G'day YouTubers, I'm finally getting around to putting a transducer on my Cannon Downrigger. I've had the Downrigger for a while and I have been using it without a great deal of success, but the intention when I got it was always to add the transducer so that I could use it for bottom tracking. The idea there is that the transducer sends a signal to the control unit and the control unit raises and lowers the ball to keep it a set distance off the bottom. You can configure that distance in the menus, and the theory is that allows you to target bottom dwelling fish. So anyway, let's have a look at the installation. Got a few new toys here to go onto the boat. The Cannon Digitrol transducer. That's for the Downrigger up there. And that allows it to bottom track, so I can set it to run 2 feet off the bottom and it'll go up and down to maintain 2 feet separation off the bottom. That'll take a lot of the worry out of it getting snagged, as long as I don't run into anything like a wreck underwater where it comes up too quickly for it to miss it. It should be good. This is the transducer itself. I've put the mounting brackets on. I've got other gear here as well, and as usual I'm going to use a stern saver to mount it on. Just a small stern saver for this job. I've already got the piece there all sanded back, ready for it to go on. I've just got to do the alcohol swab now and get it all set up ready and glue it on. So without further ado, let's get on with the job. I'll have to put the movie camera down now and just go on the GoPro because I don't think I've got anywhere where I can sit the movie camera where it's going to show us anything worthwhile. Alcohol prep. I don't think it matters which way you open it. I'm over here. Right, that's one. I think that's probably clean enough, but I'm going to use the other one just because I got it. And if one's good, 2 must be better. Again, it doesn't say to do this, but can't do any harm. Give that a bit of a rub down. Come back and do this one again. Okay, there we go. Now, that's them used up. Want this and this lever in here. You're supposed to stick this on with some sticky tape, but I'm just going to hold it here because I just want to locate this pin. What locates the block until it glue sets. There we go. That's got him where he goes. Now I'm going to put some duct tape on, and this is to stop the glue getting on the fiberglass. Mask up those little corners as well. Let's keep it nice and neat as we can. That's got it. Just a quick check of the instructions to make sure there's nothing else I need to do before I put this on. Wouldn't worry if it wasn't hanging onto the transducer, which is fairly expensive. I don't know if I mentioned it, but these are rubber gloves if you want them to protect your hands from the epoxy. I generally don't worry myself. Break the top off, put your nozzle on it to slip down and twist like a bayonet fitting, and grab your block. Gotta love these mixer nozzles. That's all we're getting out of that. Put it on the ground in case she leaks. God, I hope it's in the right spot now. I did measure it all, but I better just check it before we go past the point of no return. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Now, some more tape on this. Now, just to make sure she's got some pressure on it. Pretty sure that's not going to help it slip down, and that'll put some pressure that way. There'll be a little bit of pressure that way, but got the pin to hold it. I think it'll be alright. A bit better set up today. I bought the tripod for the camera. Now let's move this big lump of mess out of the way, and we can rip off some of this duct tape. Okay, that's pretty good. That's very good. Pretty happy with that. It's a little bit above the top of the pole. That's fine. The screws will be down enough. worries at all. Now, before I mount the Cannon transducer on this small block, I've got one of the screws that came with it. Putting it through there and just sitting it on to make sure it doesn't quite touch the fiberglass. There's no point putting a block on if you're going to go into your fiberglass, the screw. So that's all good. I can go ahead and mount that there now. Do a 4 pilot holes there. That should do for putting him on. Always take your drill out before you put your drill down. It's one of those small ones because you're only going to knock it and break the drill otherwise. Always put them away in between uses. Alright, I can finish that off. Later I've got to tighten them up. Now this is firmly there. I've got to get something I can line this up with and do these screws up properly. Bolts rather, because they've got nuts on them. A little bit of wood here that I can sit in along the bottom of the boat, put it along the centre line of the transducer. I need tightening up a bit more, that's got it held there. Now it'll skim along quite nicely. I'm thinking there shouldn't be any turbulence from that. It's right out near the side of course, but I needed to keep it away from the other transducers. Got my mark here, got my drill here, and we drill a hole in my boat, which I hate doing. That has to be done. Ooh. Transform's not nearly as thick out there. That was unexpected. I had assumed that the transom timber would be solid right across. That's not the case. It must only be reinforced where the engine is. Give you heaps and heaps of this stuff. I only need a fraction of it. I'm going to have most of this coiled up out of the way. Make sure you get all the plastic rubbish out of all the nooks and crannies. Don't want to spread any of that around the water. Now that mounted on, I've just got to find some way of holding this wire against the bait. I don't want to drill in through that to put the clips on. So I'm going to try some stick-on clips and some zip ties. I've got a cover to go over that, which I will be screwing on because I don't have a choice. And of course I'll fill it all with stick and wick so that all that's inside the cover is filled and so is the hole right through. Now I've just got to plastic this up now. Oh, I will need to drill some holes for this. Not plastic either, stick and flex. It's much better. But let's see where we want our holes here. Over here. Pilot hole. Use the electric drill for this. And there we go, that's done. So I get something to tie this cable down with now. A couple of zip tie clips and just see how that goes. Might work for me, I'm lucky. I've no idea how these are going to hold up in salt water. Won't do any harm to give them a go. They look untidy and I don't really want it to come loose, but I don't think it's going to do any real damage if this wire comes loose from these clips. Alright, finito. Yeah, I just want some good weather to get out and test it all. Well, that's it for the installation. It just remains to be seen how well it works in practice. Since I shot this footage, I have had it out a couple of times and I've had the usual teething troubles with transducer placement. I had a few issues that could be attributed to skimming through the manual rather than reading it properly, but I think it's probably that even when I skimmed it, it was quite a few months ago and I'd forgotten how to run the downrigger properly in bottom dragging mode. Anyway, I ended up having it about 10 feet up off the bottom when I really wanted it 2 feet. I couldn't figure out what it was until I got back and read the manual. There'll be some more videos up showing how the downrigger actually works in practice now that I'm getting it under control, so stay tuned for them. Thanks for watching. Until next time, good fishing.